I cannot believe I've gotten more than a handful of Marvel figures this past week. I'll be getting a few more within the next couple of weeks because it seems like I've been showing a lot of McFarlane figures and not showing any love to the Marvel Legends Hasbro, even though I'm a huge fan of that company. Um, I know some like calling people shills. Call me a cheerleader. I think it has a nicer ring to it. Although I'm not getting paid. I just love Marvel Legends. I've been collecting from them. Oh my lord. When I was with my ex back in 2003, and he was a huge Marvel Comics fan, and his favorite character was the Hulk. And it was funny because when I first met him, I mean, this guy was huge in height, and he was a one of those gym bros. So he started laughing when I said, "Oh my God, you're like as big as the Hulk." And he started laughing. I'm like, "What are you laughing at?" He goes, "He's one of my favorite Marvel characters. He's the Hulk." But anyway, he's the one that kind of got me into like Marvel characters because I grew up DC, uh, grew up in the '70s. I'm trying to make sure I get this so it doesn't have your eyes crisscross when you're watching this video. But I just going to be showing off today the Marvel Legends Enchantress figure. The character's name is Amara. She is part of Thor's, you know, cast of characters. She's an Asgardian sorceress. The character was created in 1964 by Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. Um, her first appearance was in House of Mystery. Oh, Journey into Mystery. That's the name of the Journey into Mystery. In 1964, which begs the question: how do you keep characters interesting decades later, where you can keep an audience interested? And I think that's also one of the main issues in comic books now. It's kind of hard to do that without doing a reboot, redo, or a sequel, and you kind of lose creativity because you can only take a character so far before you lose interest. And that's something I don't like a lot about people online, especially YouTube influencers, where you got to bring that into consideration when you're talking about a character who's like 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 years, 90 years old. It's kind of hard to do that without changing something. Um, it's kind of hard to. And it stands to reason why a lot of the comic books are not selling as much like they used to. One major is they're so expensive. $5 a comic book. When I was collecting comic books, they were like 40 cents. Now they're $5. Yikes. But enough of me going on. I'm gonna do a unboxing because one thing I love about Hasbro Marvel Legends is that they're easy to unbox without me destroying everything around me. Hold on a second. So I'm gonna take this out first, and I'm gonna show you the box. All right, hold on. Don't fall, Enchantress. The box to it. She's part of the build a uh, build the figure wave executioner. Do I love that art? So this is the action figures you have to collect to connect or build, excuse me, the executioner. I wonder if the build a figure waves are better. And here's the barcode. Whoops. If doing the build a figure wave, oh, this is really nice. This is so cool. These are the things that keep me wanting to keep the box instead of like chucking them. Is the art. Oh, I gotta stop that. Oh, look. See, I'm so happy they went back to the window box and not the other way. All right. So let's see. She comes, of course, with the chest piece of the executioner. Comes with extra hands, which I'm gonna leave because They're, oh God, I wish Todd McFarlane can give us do the packaging like this so much easier. I'm not sure what the difference is between a 6-inch figure and a 7-inch where they got to use those darn twisty ties. That's so annoying. And she comes. I think this is new. I've been collecting though for a lot of years, and I've never seen this. So I'm hoping that going into the future with Hasbro, they start giving us more unique accessories like this because their accessories have been quite redundant and you know and repetitive and kind of boring now because we've seen it so many times. This cool. I love this. All right, this is my first Enchantress figure. Haven't gotten one before, so I cannot make any comparison. Let me see if I can move the camera a little bit. She's really, for me, well done. She's my first figure, so I really have no major complaints. I've seen some people a little upset because they've used a lot of the same mold except for the hair sculpt. She's really nice looking. I know people don't like heels on their figures, but characters like Emma Frost, uh, even Scarlet Witch to a degree, and definitely her. I don't mind the heels. That face though, I love the little smirk. Really pretty. One thing I gotta get handed to Hasbro is that they. It seems like a trend lately, people bashing Marvel Legends, um, and I like them because you can actually build teams with them. You can't do that with these import figures. And even if you did, I can't imagine spending nearly $1,000 for just 7 figures. That's insane. Let's see. She does twist at the waist. The paint apps seems really crisp. Uh, the skirt piece is really nice. I can't get over the head sculpt. You can't move the head too much because of well, you can turn it around this way, but the up and down, it's gonna be difficult. It might be a pain for what do for the people who love doing dynamic poses and they start taking pictures to the collectors who love doing that or doing dioramas. But for me, it doesn't bug me. And she's not a fighter; she's a sorceress, so you don't have to really put her in uh, that much of dynamic poses. Really, really nice. I have heard of the Enchantress for the first time because I was playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance on PlayStation. So that was my first glimpse into the character. Such a great game as well, the first one. I didn't play the second one. Some people were telling me not to play it, that it wasn't really that great, but I can't agree with them or not because I didn't play it myself. So, but I did love the first game. This is so great. I love the paint apps. I've never in my years collecting Marvel Legends ever had an issue with a figure toppling over and breaking. And even with me living in New York, that so many DC Direct figures falling off the shelf and breaking never happened to a Marvel Legends. And I've never had paint rubs on any of these figures, which is why I don't mind cheerleading for them and I don't mind if someone calls me that because I've never had a problem. And I wouldn't knock an import just to prop up Marvel Legends. One, I don't have the money for it. and I'm not ashamed to admit it. And two, um, you know, they do have some nice figures. I just can't afford the prices. And I like collecting. So if I like a figure, um, I just know that if I collect something from Marvel Legends, you can at some point finish a set of figures. Like people are happy with Feral, that they feel like they can finally finish their X Force, and that's good. I don't think you can do that with import figures. I just don't know why it's such a trend to bash Marvel Legends. You can have a little critique of it, but to bash one company to pop up another, it's kind of, for me, it's kind of weird. It's the equivalent of someone flying first class bashing, coach flyers. I'm like, what the hell? If I could afford first class, I would. I can't. So I got to do it this way. If I got flying a damn broom to get somewhere, I would do it if it can save me money. But she's really nice. I'm so glad I picked her up. I was gonna pass on her at first because I didn't know too much about the character. But I'm like, that never stopped me before. She is a nice looking figure. Oh, let me put the little accessory piece. I'm talking a mile a minute. Uh, oh, wait a minute. I'm gonna see if I can remove the hand. Put that on there. Let's see. Don't tell me I'm getting sick. I'm about to sneeze. Chris, don't do it. Chris, don't. Ooh, okay, went away. Woo! I don't want to. Okay. Trying to bend her. Does she have? Yeah, she's got her double jointed, I think. Yeah, she does. And I don't mind. A lot of people are complaining about. Wait a minute, is she pinless? Oh, yeah, she is. She's pinless. Yeah, I never. It never bothered me, pins or pinless. I've never made such a big deal about it. I know some people are loving the pinless figures. We need more of this. This is so cool. I'm so glad that I didn't pass up on her. I don't think this figure might go up in price at some point, but again, with Marvel Legends, I'm so glad. It's very rare that a figure, not I shouldn't say very rare, but more often than not, you could buy a figure from Marvel Legends, even though they're a couple of years old, like $50 or less. So that's one thing I love about Marvel Legends as well. If I'm missing a figure, I can always, pick one up. Oh, so awesome. I love the hair. This is amazing. She's supposed to be a seductress, so her having the longer hair looks better. I don't think there's much of a difference between the face sculpt on this character, except for the what is it, 3D printing, they call it. Compared to the original, it's the hair that makes the difference, and fine by me. I think she looks better. I think with the longer hair. All right, before I forget, I'm gonna. I should have put some stands out because I don't think they look great together. I might have to get Loki at some point just to because he's a pretty cool character. Haven't gotten him yet. They look great together. They're standing level. Oh, let me push this back. So great. I'm so glad that I got him too. They look great together. Let's see. Can I?